everyone, and welcome to Yoga with Julia Wiley. I'm Julia, and over on the sofa is Lucy the Cavapuchon, as usual, relaxing there. Now, by request, we're going to do today a yoga for strong backs and core muscles. So this will strengthen and lengthen the muscles and increase the range of motion as well. Now, I mean, who doesn't want a strong and sculpted, sexy back and firm abs and core muscles, right? We're going to start off just warming up the back, stretching out some of the muscles. So we'll start off sitting any way that feels comfortable, but have a nice straight spine. And let's do some little gentle twists. So bring your right hand onto your left knee, other hand behind, sitting up tall. Inhale here. And as you exhale, gently press around into a twist and hold it here. Just keep lengthening up and at the same time pressing around. So you're trying to get the spine up in a straight line up and down, even though we're twisting around here. And then to warm up the neck, bring your head around to face over that front shoulder. And we'll do the other side. So left hand on the right knee, other hand behind, sit up, inhale, and then keep all that length in the spine and press into a twist, looking back. So I'll show you what I mean. I mean, keep the spine nice and upright here. Try not to be leaning back and have your spine crooked. I find I like to just come on my fingertips with this as well, so that I can really lengthen. So pressing into it, keep your body there and bring your head around to look out over that front left shoulder, and it should feel really nice down the right side of the neck. And then give yourself just a little bit of a shake out. Bring the left hand out to the side now and reach up with your right arm, and then lean over until you get a stretch all the way down the side of the back, down the rib cage, and then press out over that knee, and you should feel the stretch a bit further round towards the back. Walk yourself forwards and then round the spine, so you're pushing up the center part of the back. Bring your hands behind you and arch the spine. Looking up, squeeze the shoulder blades together and arch this back here. And then slide your right arm out, left hand comes to the ceiling. Reach long, pressing that left hip into the mat, and then lean over to the side. Should feel really nice. Lovely stretch, lovely separation in the rib cage. And then press out over your right knee, so pushing away with the palm of the hand, and you feel a stretch down the left side of the back. Again, give yourself a little bit of a shake out, and then come over onto hands and knees for the cat-cow, or as I call it, the cat and wolf. So tummy in, nice and gentle, working with your breath. Inhale into wolf, hips up, press into the mat, lift up to the chin, look up towards the ceiling, and then nice smooth exhale as you round the spine. So curling it into a big arch. Belly button stays in, pressing up towards the ceiling. Inhale again, like a wolf howling at the moon. Look up. Imagine your chest coming through between your shoulders. And exhale into the cat curl. And then one more time, nice and smoothly. Inhale, wolf. Looking up. Exhale like an angry cat, arching the back, and then come back to neutral. Another great one for warming up the back. Puppy dog. Look around towards your right side, pressing the shoulder towards the hip, and around to the left again, shoulder towards hip, looking back. So you should feel a stretch all the way down the side and all the way to the neck. Let's do it again on the other side. And back to center, and then ease yourself down onto your tummy. Have your hands now underneath your shoulders and press up. Try and lift up the first part of your back, the upper part of your back, and see how high you can get without pressing into the mat at all. And hold it here. See if you can bring your legs up and lower. And then push up into Cobra. So your shoulders press down and back and arch the entire back, working on that back flexibility. And look behind one way towards your feet. Don't come up so high if it bothers your back. Look around the other side. Let's go back to the top, really arching it, especially any area that feels a little bit stiffer. And ease down, and we'll push back into child's pose, a counter pose for the spine. So you walk yourself back, hips back towards the heels, walk your fingers forward so you can really stretch out and make it feel good. Tuck your toes under. Now we're going into downward facing dog. So take the weight back, press the hips up towards the ceiling, and just pedal one leg at a time, pushing the heels gently down. This really lengthens and stretches out the back. And then bring your weight onto your right leg. Take the left leg up towards the ceiling for three-legged dog. And then bend the top knee, lift it, and lean a little bit over to the right. Hold it here. And lower. And we'll do the other side. So weight onto your left leg. Take the right leg up nice and high. Stretch it long. And then bend the knee. And take your weight a tiny bit over to the left this time. Hold it. And release. Back into downward facing dog. From here, bring your weight forward, walk your hands forward a little bit and come into plank, holding it here. So you want your arms straight up and down, not back like this. Hips are lowered and really working on the core muscles here, building core strength to hold you. We're going to take it into a side plank. So just come onto the sides of your feet and take the hand up towards the ceiling, pushing with your left hand into the mat, reaching up the top hand. And then look down, ease back onto the toes, so into a normal front plank, and we'll take it to the other side. So you come on the opposite sides of the feet, taking up your hand to the ceiling, lift through the waist nice and high. And then looking down, ease back again into that plank. Come to your knees if you like, otherwise lower slowly all the way down onto the mat. Feet come flat. And again, press up into Cobra. Just come as high as you can without your hips coming off the mat. Shoulders press back and down. And take a breath here. And then lower. And take your legs a little bit further apart and bend your knees. See if you can grab hold of your feet or your ankles. If you can't, just have your hands pressing down to the sides, and you can just try and lift your legs up like this. Even if they don't come up, have them trying to come up. If you can get hold of your feet or your ankles, then lift them up and push back into your feet. So you're taking your weight back, lifting up the chest, and the gaze is up towards the ceiling. Bow pose. Great back stretch. Building on the flexibility. Whole body pose. And release. Take it back again into child's pose. Hips back towards the heels. And let your head rest down. Take a breath. Very intense back work. Come back onto hands and knees now, hands underneath the shoulders, and press up into cat curl, but this time push into any areas of the back that feel a little tight. Really tuck the tailbone under. time with this pose. And then ease yourself back down again onto your tummy. I'm going to show you the hardest and the most effective back strengthening exercise that I know. Push yourself up again into Cobra and lift up. Now if I let go from here, my back muscles won't hold me up, but I'm going to try. So pull yourself up with your back muscles as much as you can, and your hands are just supporting you as little as possible, and then lower about an inch, hold it here. Again, pulling up with your back muscles. You can really feel them working. When I'm teaching a live class, I can usually tell when people are doing it because the face is scrunched up. So lower about another inch, holding it as much as you can. Again, another inch. You'll either be thanking me or cursing me tomorrow, but your back muscles will certainly feel this. Come down another bit. Eventually you'll get to the point where you don't actually need your hands on the floor. You're really just using your back muscles in their entirety. Keep lowering inch by inch. Not using my hands here for support. And eventually you come all the way down, press back again into child's pose. Well done, and take a break here. That's a very tough and really good exercise to strengthen up all the back muscles. And this is a counter pose. So we're bending the back the other way, especially by having our tailbone tucked under here, our legs underneath us. It strengthens, it stretches out all the back. Okay, one more. Come down. Bring your arms by your sides. Lift up the upper body and see if you can bring your legs up and the arms. Hold it here and then take your arms out to the sides and then out in front. Keep lifting up high, your arms, your legs. Back to aeroplane wings. And then see if you can clasp your hands behind your back and pull. Make it a good one. Pull, pull, pull. It's the last one. And release. Well done. Take it back into child's pose. Phew. Well done. Take a couple of breaths here. And ease yourself up and come to sitting. Any way you like. If you want, try crossing your legs behind you and see if you can come straight back and into that boat balance, taking the legs up either parallel to the floor or see how straight you can get them. So working on balance, all those core muscles work to hold you here. We're going to go into a low boat, so lean back and take the legs down close to the floor. Hold, and then come back up. Again, working on the balance. All the ab muscles, all the core muscles in the back, supporting you. Just go up and down a few times. Take a break if you need to. Let's do one more. Down, hold, bring it up, and hug your knees in. Well done. Now we're going to come down onto our backs very slowly. So bring your arms out, have your legs hip width apart, reach your arms in front of you and start to lower yourself down. Now let your tailbone tuck under. Imagine somebody was holding your hands like they were trying to pull you out of a fire as you lower yourself one vertebra at a time, very slowly. Now, if you find it too hard, take your legs a little further away from you. If it's too easy, bring them a little closer. Ease yourself very slowly down. You should feel that in your abdominals. Whew. Bring the knees in, hug them in, and give yourself a little rock side to side. And then from here, Bring your feet to the floor, tucking the tailbone under. Push your hips up as high as you can get them. So your feet and your shoulders are supporting you. Hips as high as they can go. See if you can clasp your hands underneath the body, wriggling the shoulder blades under, pushing the hands down into the floor. If they won't clasp underneath you, then just press the palms down nice and strongly. Then see if you can shift your weight onto your right leg. Bring the left leg up to the ceiling, still keeping that hip up nice and high. Stretch the left leg nice and long. And then bend the knee. Bring the foot onto the thigh. Open the knee out to the side. Still pushing the hip up. Nice, strong legs and hips. Stretch that leg back up again to the ceiling. And release. And we'll swap to the other side. So weight onto your left leg. Take the right leg up to the ceiling. Stretch it up as high as you can get it. Still pushing the other foot into the floor. And then bend the leg. Bring the foot onto the thigh, opening the knee out to the side. Take that leg back again up to the ceiling. Reach it long. And release. Push back up into that nice high bridge pose. Bring your hands behind your head, holding onto your elbows, and slowly walk your spine down onto the mat. Tucking the tailbone right under to get the back flat. And then bring both feet up towards the ceiling and your arms out to the sides. Now have your big toes touching and take the legs over to one side and hold it here. So we're working on the oblique muscles, the sides of the waist, which are great core supporting muscles. And then bring the legs up and take them to the other side. I need to move over, I've got a piece of furniture in my way. So just take them over as far as you can get, big toes still touching. Hold it. And again, bring the legs back up to the center. Now bring your hands underneath your hips and see how low you can lower your legs without having the lower back arching up off the floor. So it takes control. If you find that back coming up, then don't bring your legs so low. Otherwise, bring them to just a few inches off the mat. Hold here. Again, strengthening those core muscles, strong abs. And then slowly bring the legs back up again. And we'll do that one more time. So lower, just as far as works for you. And hold. And then bring the legs slowly back up again. Hug them into your chest. Well done. Stretch the legs up, open them out like a letter V, and then reaching between your legs, lift up with your chest, little pulses, reaching up between the legs, or if you prefer, you can have your hands behind your head just to gently support it. So again, working on building my strong core, strong abs. And then bring your feet together. See if you can grab hold of your feet, or else your legs pull towards you as you lie back down. So you're bringing the feet in towards your chest and your knees out to the side. And then take your feet to face the ceiling for happy baby pose. If you can't grab your feet, hold on to the back of your thighs and you still get that lovely stretch. And release, hug your knees in again, rock side to side, and then hug your left leg in and let your right leg stretch out along the floor. We're going to do a few twists to finish off. Bring your bring your right hand on the outside of your left leg, gently press over to your right, and then look over to the left hand. Breathe into this lovely stretch, feeling the release on the lower back in particular. And we'll swap over to the other side. So hug your your right leg in this time. And then left hand on the top of that knee, press it over to the left, and then opening up the other arm to the side. This right shoulder, your right shoulder will quite likely come off the mat, and that's fine, but you have it working towards it, so just wringing out the spine, your legs going one way and the shoulder opens up the other way. And breathe into it. And again, come onto your back, hugging that knee in. And then bend both knees for a very gentle twist to finish off. Let your legs both flop over to one side like window wipers on a car. And breathe. And then bring the legs up and let the knees flop over the other way. And then slowly stretch them out. We're going to go into our Shavasana, the best pose of all, the relaxation pose, where we get to acclimate, let the body adjust to all the changes that have gone on. If you've worked hard in this class, then you really deserve this pose. So make yourself very comfortable, close your eyes, and just relax. Feel your forehead smoothing. Your eyes relax, relax your jaw and your neck and shoulders, where we tend to hold a lot of tension. This is the one pose that we completely let our tummy relax. And just check that your legs and arms are completely comfortable. And of course, our backs, which have worked so hard, and our core muscles. Just feel the air flowing through the body as you relax more and more. And then slowly bring your attention back to the room. Wriggle your fingers and your toes. Stretch your arms above your head and just lengthen out each arm, each leg, any way that feels really good. Stretch your fingers, your toes. Lengthen your back. Open your eyes very slowly. And then ease yourself over onto your side and gently bring yourself all the way back up to sitting. Well done. I hope you've enjoyed this yoga for strong backs and core muscles. Do join me again. Meanwhile, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Give me a thumbs up to show that you've liked this video. Comment and do share it with anyone else who you think might like it too. I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now. Namaste.